Chapter 10, Cell Cycle and Cell Division. Are you aware that all organisms, even the largest, start their life from a single cell? You may wonder how a single cell then goes on to form such large organisms. Growth and reproduction are characteristics of cells, indeed of all living organisms. All cells reproduce by dividing into two, each parental cell giving rise to two daughter cells each time they divide. These newly formed daughter cells can themselves grow and divide, giving rise to a new cell population that is formed by the growth and division of a single parental cell and its progeny. In other words, such cycle of growth and division allow a single cell to form a structure consisting of millions of cells. 10.1 Cell cycle. Cell division is very important process in all living organisms. During the division of a cell, DNA replication and cell growth also takes place. All these processes, that is cell division, DNA replication and cell growth, hence have to take place in a coordinated way to ensure correct division and formation of progeny cells consisting intact genomes. The sequence of events by which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesizes the other constituent of the cell, and eventually divides into two daughter cells is termed cell cycle. Although cell growth in terms of cytoplasmic increase is a continuous process, DNA synthesis occurs only during one specific stage in the cell cycle. The replicated chromosome DNA are then distributed to the daughter nuclei by a complex series of events during cell division. These events are themselves under genetic control. 10.1 Phases of cell cycle. A typical eukaryotic cell cycle is illustrated by human cell in culture. These cells divide once in approximately every 24 hours. Figure 10.1. However, this duration of cell cycle can vary from organism to organism and also from cell type to cell type. Yeast, for example, can progress through the cell cycle in only about 90 minutes. The cell cycle is divided into two basic phases: interphase, M phase, mitosis phase. The M phase represents the phase when the actual cell division or mitosis occur, and the interphase represents the phase between two successive M phases. It is significant to note that in the 24 hours average duration of a cell cycle of the human cell, cell division proper lasts for only about an hour. The interphase lasts for more than 95% of the duration of cell cycle. The M phase starts with the nuclear division, corresponding to the separation of daughter chromosomes, karyokinesis, and usually ends with the division of cytoplasm, cytokinesis. The interphase, though called the resting phase, is the time during which the cell is preparing for division by undergoing both cell growth and DNA replication in an orderly manner. The interphase is divided into three further phases: G1 phase, gap 1, S phase, synthesis, G2 phase, gap 2. G1 phase corresponds to the interval between mitosis and initiation of DNA replication. During G1 phase, the cell is metabolically active and continuously grows but does not replicate its DNA. S or synthesis phase marks the period during which the DNA synthesis or replication takes place. During this time, the amount of DNA per cell doubles. If the initial amount of DNA is denoted as 2C, then it increases to 4C. However, there is no increase in the chromosome number. If the cell has diploid or 2n number of chromosomes at G1, even after S phase, the number of chromosomes remain the same, that is 2n. In animal cells during the S phase, DNA replication begins in the nucleus and the centriole duplicates in the cytoplasm. During the G2 phase, proteins are synthesized in preparation for mitosis while cell growth continues. Some cells in the adult animal do not appear to exhibit division. Example, heart cells, and many other cells divide only occasionally as needed to replace cells that have been lost because of injury or cell death. These cells that do not divide further exit G1 phase to enter an inactive stage called quiescent stage G0 of the cell cycle. Cells in this stage remain metabolically active but no longer proliferate unless called on to do so, depending on the requirement of the organism. In animals, mitotic cell division is only seen in the diploid somatic cells. However, there are few exceptions to this where haploid cells divide by mitosis, for example, male honeybees. Against this, the plant can show mitotic division in both haploid and diploid cells. From your recollection of examples of alternation of generation in plants, chapter 3, identify plant species and stages at which mitosis is seen in haploid cells. 10.2 M phase. This is the most dramatic period of the cell cycle involving a major reorganization of virtually all components of the cell. Since the number of chromosomes in the parent and progeny cells is the same, it is also called as equational division. Though, for convenience, mitosis has been divided into 4 stages of nuclear division, karyokinesis. It is very essential to understand that cell division is a progressive process and very clear-cut lines cannot be drawn between the various stages. Karyokinesis involves following 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. 10.2.1 Prophase. Prophase, which is the first stage of karyokinesis of mitosis, follows the S and G2 phase of interphase. In the S and G2 phase, the new DNA molecule formed are not distinct but intertwined. Prophase is marked by the initiation of condensation of chromosomal material. The chromosomal material become untangled during the process of chromatin condensation. Figure 10.2a. The centrosome, which had undergone duplication during S phase of interphase, now began to move towards the opposite poles of the cell. The completion of prophase can thus be marked by the following characteristic events. Chromosomal material condenses to form compact mitotic chromosomes. Chromosomes are seen to be composed of 2 chromatids attached together at the centromere. Centromere, which had undergone duplication during interphase, began to move towards opposite poles of the cell. Each centromere radiate out microtubules called asters. The 2 asters together with spindle fiber form mitotic apparatus. Cells at the end of prophase, when viewed under the microscope, do not show Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus, and the nuclear envelope. 10.2.2 Metaphase. The complete disintegration of the nuclear envelope marks the start of the second phase of mitosis. Hence, the chromosomes are spread throughout the cytoplasm in the cell. By this stage, condensation of chromosome is completed and they can be observed clearly under the microscope. This then is the stage at which morphology of the chromosome is most easily studied. At this stage, metaphase chromosome is made up of 2 sister chromatids which are held together by the centromere. Figure 10.2b. Small disc-shaped structures at the surface of centromeres are called kinetochores. These structures serve as a site of attachment of spindle fibers formed by the spindle fibers to the chromosome that are moved into positions at the center of the cell. Hence, the metaphase is characterized by all the chromosomes coming to lie at the equator with 1 chromatid of each chromosome connected by its kinetochore to spindle fiber from one pole and its sister chromatid connected by its kinetochore to spindle fiber from the opposite pole. Figure 10.2b. The plane of alignment of the chromosome at metaphase is referred to as metaphase plate. The key features of metaphase are spindle fiber attached to kinetochores of chromosome. Chromosomes are moved to spindle equator and get aligned along the metaphase plate through spindle fiber to both poles. 10.2.3 Anaphase. At the onset of anaphase, each chromosome arranged at the metaphase plate is split simultaneously and 2 daughter chromatids, now referred to as daughter chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei, begin their migration towards the 2 opposite poles. As each chromosome moves away from the equatorial plate, the centromere of each chromosome remain directed towards the pole and hence at the leading edge, with the arms of the chromosome trailing behind. Figure 10.2c. Thus, anaphase stage is characterized by the following key events: centromere split and chromatids separate. Chromatids move to opposite poles. 10.2.4 Telophase. At the beginning of final stage of karyokinesis, that is telophase, the chromosomes that have reached their respective poles decondenses and lose their individuality. The individual chromosome can no longer be seen and each set of chromatin materials tends to collect at each of the two poles. Figure 10.2d. This is the stage which shows the following key events. Chromosome cluster at opposite spindle poles and their identity is lost as discrete elements. Nuclear envelope develops around the chromosome cluster at each pole forming the two daughter nuclei. Nucleolus, Golgi complex and ER reform. 10.2.5 Cytokinesis. Mitosis accomplishes not only the segregation of duplicated chromosome into daughter nuclei karyokinesis, but the cell itself is divided into two daughter cells by the separation of cytoplasm called cytokinesis, at the end of which cell division gets completed. Figure 10.2e. In an animal cell, this is achieved by the appearance of a furrow in the plasma membrane. The furrow gradually deepens and ultimately joins in the center, dividing the cell cytoplasm into two. Plant cells, however, are enclosed by a relatively inextensible cell wall, therefore they undergo cytokinesis by a different mechanism. In plant cell, wall formation starts in the center of the cell and grows outwards to meet the existing lateral walls. The formation of a new cell wall begins with the formation of a simple precursor called the cell plate that represent the middle lamella between the walls of the two adjacent cells. At the time of cytoplasmic division, organelles like mitochondria and plastid get distributed between the two daughter cells. In some organisms, karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, as a result of which multinucleate condition arise leading to the formation of syncytium, example liquid endosperm in coconut. 10.3 Significance of mitosis. 10.3 Significance of mitosis. Mitosis, or the equational division, is usually restricted to the diploid cells only. However, in some lower plants and in some social insects, haploid cells also divide by mitosis. It is very essential to understand the significance of this division in the life of an organism. Are you aware of some example where you have studied about haploid and diploid insects? Mitosis usually results in the production of diploid daughter cells with identical genetic complement. The growth of multicellular organism is due to mitosis. Cell growth continues is disturbing the ratio between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. It is therefore become essential for the cell to divide to restore the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. A very significant contribution of mitosis is cell repair. The cells of the upper layer of the epidermis, cells of the inning of the gut, and the blood cells are being constantly replaced. Mitotic division in the meristematic tissue, the apical and the lateral cambium, result in the continuous growth of plants throughout their life. 10.4 Meiosis. The production of offspring by sexual reproduction includes the fusion of two gametes, each with a complete haploid set of chromosomes. Gametes are formed from specialized diploid cells. This specialized kind of cell division that reduces the chromosome number by half in the production of a haploid daughter cells. This kind of division is called meiosis. Meiosis ensures the production of haploid phase in the life cycle of sexually reproducing organism, whereas fertilization restores the diploid phase. We come across meiosis during gametogenesis in plants and in animals. This leads to the formation of haploid gametes. The key features of meiosis are as follows. Meiosis involves two sequential cycles of nuclear and cell division called meiosis I and meiosis II, but only a single cycle of DNA replication. Meiosis I is initiated after the parental chromosome have replicated to produce identical sister chromatids at the S phase. Meiosis involves pairing of homologous chromosomes and recombination between non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosomes. Four haploid cells are formed at the end of meiosis II. Meiotic events can be grouped under the following phases: meiosis I, prophase I, metaphase I, anaphase I, telophase I; meiosis II, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. 10.4.1 Meiosis 1 Prophase 1 Prophase is the first meiotic division is typically longer and more complex when compared to prophase of mitosis. It has been further subdivided into the following 5 phases based on the chromosomal behavior, that is liptotine, zygotine, pekitine, diplotine and dikinesis. During liptotine stage of the chromosomes become gradually visible under the microscope. The compaction of chromosomes continue throughout liptotine. This is followed by the second stage of prophase 1 called zygotine. During this stage, chromosomes start pairing together and this process of association is called synapsis. Such paired chromosomes are called homologous chromosomes. Each micrograph of this stage indicates the chromosome synapsis is accompanied by the formation of complex structure called synaptonemal complex. The complex formed by a pair of synapsed homologous chromosome is called a bivalent or a tetrad. However, these are more clearly visible at the next stage. The first two stages of prophase 1 are relatively short-lived compared to the next stage, that is pekitine. During this stage, the four chromatid of each bivalent chromosome become distinct and clearly appear as tetrad. This stage is characterized by the appearance of recombination nodules, the site at which crossing over occur between non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is also an enzyme-mediated process and the enzyme involved is called recombinase. Crossing over lead to recombination of genetic material on the two chromosomes. Recombination between homologous chromosomes is completed by the end of pekitine, leaving the chromosomes linked at the site of crossing over. The beginning of diplotine is recognized by the dissolution of synaptonemal complex and the tendency of the recombined homologous chromosome of the bivalents to separate from each other except at the site of crossovers. These egg-shaped structures are called chiasmata. The in oocytes of some vertebrates, diplotine can last for months or years. The final stage of meiotic prophase 1 is dikinesis. This is marked by terminalization of chiasmata. During this phase, the chromosomes are fully condensed and the meiotic spindle is assembled to prepare the homologous chromosome for separation. By the end of dikinesis, the nucleolus disappears and the nuclear envelope also breaks down. Dikinesis represents transition to metaphase. Metaphase 1. The bivalent chromosome align on the equatorial plate. Figure 10.3. The microtubule from the opposite poles of the spindle attached to the kinetochores of homologous chromosomes. Anaphase 1. The homologous chromosomes separate while sister chromatids remain associated in their centromere. Figure 10.3. Telophase 1. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus reappear. Cytokinesis follows and this is called as dyad of cell. Figure 10.3. Although in many cases the chromosome do undergo some dispersion, they do not reach the extremely extended state of the interphase nucleus. The stage between two meiotic division is called the interkinesis and is generally short-lived. There is no replication of DNA during interkinesis. Interkinesis is followed by prophase 2, a much simpler prophase than prophase 1. 10.4.2 Meiosis 2. Prophase 2 Meiosis 2 is initiated immediately after cytokinesis, usually before the chromosome have fully elongated. In contrast to Meiosis 1, Meiosis 2 resemble a normal mitosis. The nuclear membrane disappears by the end of prophase 2. Figure 10.4. The chromosomes again become compact. Metaphase 2. At this stage, the chromosomes align at the equator and the microtubule from opposite poles of the spindle get attached to the kinetochores. Figure 10.4 of sister chromatids. Anaphase 2. It begins with the simultaneous splitting of the centromere of each chromosome, which was holding the sister chromatids together, allowing them to move towards the opposite poles of the cells. Figure 10.4 by shortening of microtubules attached to kinetochores. Telophase 2. Meiosis ends with the telophase 2, in which the two groups of chromosomes once again get enclosed by a nuclear envelope. Cytokinesis follows, resulting in a formation of tetrad of cells, that is, 4 haploid daughter cells. Figure 10.4. 10.5 Significance of meiosis. Meiosis is the mechanism by which conversion of specific chromosome number of each Meiosis is the mechanism by which conservation of specific chromosome number of each species is achieved across generation in sexually reproducing organisms. Even though the process per cell paradoxically result in reduction of chromosome number by half, it also increases the genetic variability in the population of organisms from one generation to the next. Variation are very important for the process of evolution.